but I agree with you. Thank you. I probably should have done that. I think, Leah, if you're still the host and letting people in, if you don't mind, that would be awesome. And then Vanessa and I are going to be doing the opportunity meeting after this. She's beaming in from America, and so that will be fun. Even start texting people. If there's people who want to join for the opportunity meeting, start letting them know. Would be great. Messy and learning on the fly. I love that. Learn while earn. Brilliant. So I love all of those things. So I'm going to start with this, and we mentioned this to our New Zealand and our USA team. I can't remember which one it was because we had our USA team and our New Zealand team that we were talking with this morning. But I led, when it came to sales, I led with this thought, and then I'm going to ask you some questions to ask us, questions that you have around how do you share, how do you close, what do you do here, what do you do there? So we want to answer some of your questions. So start thinking about those if you would. But I led with when I was at the markets this week, and I was thinking through, okay, what is my barrier? What's my barrier in these areas of meeting people and so on? And I thought the first one I had to conquer, and I'd encourage you to write these down, is what's my fears? Like, truly, what's my fears? So for me, if I can be honest, maybe the humility potentially of someone walking past and I'm at a stall and they knew me from what I used to do in the past, and here I am in a market stall. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but for me, going, okay, is that something that mentally, because everything is mindset. I'd love you to write that down. Everything about business, about success, about moving forwards, about positivity, everything is about mindset. So I had to go, okay, what are my fears? So I started writing down what my fears were around this, meeting people, talking, sharing about this, and so on. And I've been in the markets with Vanessa on it, but she's led with this. So I'm on my own now doing that, which I'm excited for because it's a challenge. But I wrote down, what are my fears around this? And I encourage you to do it, because as you process it, and as you write it out and as you speak it out, you start to realize how you take the power away from something that sometimes just sits there but's never been clarified. What's my fear about it? And then what's my agenda? So for me, I want to help people. I want to help people get healing. And I want to help people get financial freedom. That's a huge value of mine. And with our other company, we want to see people financially free. We want to be financially free. We're on our way. We want other people too. So I'm like, okay, when I share this, that's my mission. I'm helping people with their health. And then for a whole bunch of people, I'm helping them with their potential financial wealth. And then what's in it for them? So when I share this with them, and Sue said this brilliantly this morning, what is it that they're gaining from it? Because people aren't going to be interested if they don't gain something. If they don't gain something, if you can't share the benefits of this, they're not going to be interested. So when you're meeting someone, and I would encourage you to profile, get to ask some questions so you get to understand who they are a little bit, is then you can share the right benefits that are probably they're going to be interested in. And then the fourth question I would ask myself is, what do I want from this? Because it's my time. I'm the one out there doing this. I could be doing a whole bunch of other different things. What's the benefit to me? So what's my fears? What's my objective with why I'm doing this? What's in it for them? And then what's the benefit for me? And I think it's great for you to write those four things down, because if someone goes, oh, I just care about people and it's not really about me, you're going to last 2 or 3 months because you'll get tired, and then it will be about you because you get annoyed with people that they're not, buying, or they're not seeing these things. You've got to have that vision for you to go, hey, I'm looking forward to a holiday. I'm looking forward to paying off my house. Whatever those benefits are for you on the other side of this. Can you give me a 5 if this is helping you? Because we're going to open up into questions in a moment. Thank you. Either give the 5 in there or type a 5. Thank you. So I'll say it one more time. What's your fears? And if you've got 30, 40, 50, write them down until you're exhausted. And as you process them, you'll realize how small they are in the overall comparison of how they live rent-free in your mind. Then why are you doing it? Like, what's your objective with it? For us, like I said, help people with their health and their wealth. Then what's in it for them? I write down the benefits. What is in it for them? So I can share that when I'm talking to them. And then what's in it for me? About my future, about my children, my legacy, all of those things. Brilliant. It helps you, because even the word sales for some of you, even when I say sales, could you put a 10 in the chat if that's something that you're like, maybe a bit icky with? If it's something that you're not, put 11 in there, because we're all from different backgrounds, all from different, experiences and personalities. And so some of you are like, I love the word sales. I love helping somebody on the other side of an exchange, of a benefit. My wife, by nature, she's brilliant at it now, but years ago, struggled with that because she saw it as a dirty word. Doesn't anymore, because she's had a mindset shift years ago. Great. So just if I could ask you, even from here, those 4 things I spoke about is, what's your fears? Basically, why are you doing it? What's your objective with doing this business in the respect of others? What's in it then for them? Write down the benefits so that you are so sorry, my screen. You are so knowledgeable of what you see the benefits are for people, and then what's in it for you, so it drives you even when you get rejection, even when it hasn't been a great week, and so on. So what I want to do, sorry, Galaxy A12, if you don't mind just turning on silent, because we can hear your background. So that would be great if that's possible. And that's a whole, exactly. Helping people solve their problems. You'll never be without. So I want you to ask questions, if you would. Actually, I'm going to see if I can just silence. Maybe Leah can just silence Galaxy A12 for them. They may not realize that it's on.
Option to silence him, I'm sorry.
What's that, sorry?
The only one that doesn't have a microphone option to silence him.
Okay.
Sorry.
So I don't know if anyone knows what Galaxy A12 is. Maybe you could just text them and go, hey, could you put your thing on silent? That would be great. If Galaxy A12 is listening, we'd really appreciate it if you could turn yours on silent. So questions that we have around selling, because I just want to keep this to all the back end and all of those things we have different sessions for. This will be 2 more weeks after this that we have on sales, and then we'll look at what we do next. What are some of your questions around, maybe you can put your hand up and you do the thing where you put your hand up and we'll see who it is first, so then you can talk. What is some of the challenges? What are some of the questions you have around this? Something that's maybe either been working for you that you've done really well in, or a question that you have that a few of us can help you with our experience. Who has a question?
No question, but I've got a tip.
Yeah, go for it.
Hi, everyone. Dr. Steph here. Don't feel like you've got to know it all. Use the tools. Don't be a tool. I know that sounds a little red, but your tools are there and it's duplicatable, because you could be talking to someone that could be an absolute whiz at the business. But if they feel like they've got to know it all, they might walk away. So show them it's not playing dumb. It's just using the tools. That's simple, and be enthusiastic, be excited.
Yeah, brilliant. I love that. And it's so true. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to know everything. So, and if you ever heard the adage, as long as you know one more thing than the person next to you, you're an expert. Who else? Some questions. Customer versus business builder. What if they just want the product? Preferred customer and possible upgrade to silver brand partner later. Sue, why don't you answer that one, please?
Okay, so by all means, they can come in just as a customer. Preferred customers won't be acknowledged on your binary tree after the 1st of October. So I'm taking that out of my whole equation, and just enrolling them at the moment with a silver kit. And after the 1st of October, that will be called a core kit. If you have someone that really only wants 1 month's worth of patches, I believe they're understanding, they haven't been educated enough to understand, or they're actually needing more answers to any questions. But the way I've gotten around that in the past is I've actually retailed them a sleeve with the option to open an account the next month that sleeve's finished. Not everybody has to be a business builder. Just understand that a lot of people are just wanting to get their health better. And so we just encourage them to start with the silver kit at the moment. And we then, usually on the 2nd or 3rd month, they're awake enough and knowledgeable enough from watching other people using the patches, reading the testimonies, that they want the assistants to have their patches paid for. And that's why we're educating them and helping them to understand that if they just shared it with 4 of their family or friends, they would get the income to pay for their own supplies each month. So it's not about making everybody do it as a business. It's when we say what's in it for them, they can get their patches paid for. They don't have to pay for them every month. There is the opportunity to get them paid for. So that would be the way I would answer that question. Yeah, that's it.
Fantastic. Any other thoughts, Joanne, on that one?
I guess you know, my thought around that is particularly I usually, when people say to me, can I just get 1 sleeve? And I have that asked a lot, and I often say, well, yeah, you can, but let me tell you the benefits of why you need the silver kit. And I really just go in and explain to them that, you know, this is not something that you want to just try for a month. This is something that you want to invest in for at least 90 days. And the silver kit gives you a great discounted price, and you are able then to have 3 sleeves of X39 for a 90-day period. And then I often talk to them about.
Oh, you just went on silent, Joanne. Sorry. I don't know what happened there.
Okay, sorry, I'm not sure where I got up to, but I just really introduced them to the silver pack, helping them to understand that they need to at least commit to it for 90 days, that their health didn't get to that position overnight. So they're going to need, you know, time for the X39. Sometimes people get a result really quickly, as we know, but others take time. And then on the auto order, I say, let's introduce then the Eon patch. And that is a great synergistic patch to use with the X39 for inflammation. So that's how I explain it to them. And I very rarely have someone that sort of says, no, I just really want 1 sleeve. So I think that it's really great if you can just explain it to them like that. It's not that you're bringing them in as a business builder, but then as they are educated and as time goes on, you don't know where that could lead. And particularly, I think, in the way that the new system is going to roll out after the 1st of October, it's a great way to keep them on the binary as well.
Yeah, it's really good. Thank you for answering. I had someone here ask about brochures. Where are we? She said, do you find it helpful to hand out brochures? This is Sandra. Or is there a better way to leave your details? Sue, you're great at this. Would you mind answering that for me?
Okay. So I've spent most of my life in direct sales, and I've never had a business card, because I take everybody's details down and then I approach them afterwards via their details, because I found that if you gave out business cards to everybody, you know, they're too easily lost or forgotten. But with the brochures I've found that we've had printed, I found it's easy to explain how the patches work. It's nothing else that anybody does. It's not like I can hold up a bottle of oil or a skincare or try a moisturizer on their hand or give them a supplement to try. So I found the brochure's very successful way of engaging with somebody when you're first approaching them. Do I let them all take them away? Not necessarily. If they're keen, and if I can send them while they're standing there, this is at info.com text on their phones. If I can send them that, then I would let them leave with a brochure on the understanding that I would be coming back to them. Now, this, people, is when I'm at a market stall. And as Andrew said, at a market stall, you don't have time to go through the whole kit and caboodle of the process. You're engaging with them, you're giving them information about what it's all about, letting them see the patch, letting them see the brochure. But it's that connection afterwards, making that time that you can call them to do the sign up, etc. So there is a place for brochures, but make sure you always get their details. If you're handing somebody a brochure that's cost you 35 cents or 50 cents or whatever it is, make sure they allow you to take their details so that you can get back in touch with them.
Great. Thank you. Who else?
Andrew,
Who has a question?
can I just say something else about the brochure? Something else that I have found is that when I'm at the markets and I'm handing out a brochure, I have the website on there, but I think it's the X39 Start website. So that's on there. And I often say to them, you know, here's the brochure, here's a great website to go to, but I actually have another website that really gives a lot more detail, and I'd like to be able to send that to you. I get their mobile phone number from that, and they then go away with my contact details, and then I have theirs.
New brochures are coming out with this is an info link, not the other one, Joe, so that'll be easier.
Yeah, I actually find it great because I actually want to send them the info, you know, this is it, info.com. I want to actually send that to them. So that's why
you can still do that, but it
Yeah.
will be on the back of the brochure
Okay.
instead of the X39 one. But I always, anyone that I'm talking to, the first thing I do is give them that info link on their phone. I send it straight away. Get your phone out. Give me your phone number. I'll send you this link. Yeah, but it is getting their details that's more important than giving them yours. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I would agree. Getting their details when I patch them, I'll say, hi, can I take your details so I can give you some more information? Follow you up in a few days to see how you went and if you're interested. So if you can always do an exchange of details because you're still giving them something. And so that's a huge part of the follow-up. So what other questions do we have tonight? You might have, what are some of the challenges you've had? What are some of the moments that you've really thought, I need help with? What do I do with that situation? Okay, I'm going to ask Joanne then a question. I don't know where that talking is coming from. It's actually driving me a little crazy, to be honest, but I cannot work out where. So there must be something actually part of, I don't know what's happening. I don't know where that voice is coming from. Linda, did you have a question? No, you're good. So I think this is a good one because it's a simple one, but I think it's what a lot of people forget. So Joanne, what tools or resources do you use to educate and inform your team and customers about the science and benefits behind LifeWave? What do you use to help with that?
To help with them understanding the science behind it?
The science and benefits, behind LifeWave. Yeah.
Well, I think that straight off that we've got this is it info.com, which gives you, you know, in that website, they can actually dive as deep as they want, or, you know, swim as shallow as they want. There's a whole lot of things, and I often talk them through, you know, going into that website, what that could, you know, what they can glean from that. And that first video that even just talks about the phototherapy and how that works, because there's so many that really still don't, you know, I find that when I talk about phototherapy, there's a lot of people that don't even understand what that is. And so I encourage them to listen to those first couple of videos. And then if they're so inclined, there is also a whole lot of information there that they can dive deep into, the scientific studies that are there, the testimonies. But for me, I will often engage with them after, when I follow them up. There's often a whole lot of questions I find that they have around the actual use of the patch, and so we just have a discussion. And I don't, I never sort of say to them, "Oh, I've got all the answers for you," but I like to point them towards where they can go to find those answers, because then they're really searching for themselves, and they're really. You know, I think that that is more convincing often for people than you just telling them about things. They can actually go and see that it's scientifically proven. They can listen to videos and they can see the patents. So that's often how I approach it, Andrew.
No, that's great. Thank you. What about you, Sue? Can you answer that question as well?
Yes, well, what I've done in the last couple of weeks has worked very, very well. And that's, you know, talking to people initially face to face or over the phone, and sending them the "this is it info.com" link, asking them to watch that and getting a time to call them back about that, or making an appointment to go and see them. And then what I did was I sent them the video that you and Vanessa did, the 30-minute video of the opportunity, because both of these last two people were talking about the business. They were keen about the business, but they'd not had a chance to see the opportunity slide presentation. So I sent them that, and we then made a meeting to go back to them. And Mandy, I spoke to on Friday and said, have a look at this presentation over the weekend, and then we'll get together on Monday. Well, at 8 o'clock on Monday morning, she rang me and she said, "Yeah, okay, I'm ready to sign up as a gold." And I've got 2 more people to come on, because over the weekend she let them look at the opportunity video. So when we record the opportunity video now, I think that's a great tool to use to let them see the benefits, how to wear them, how to use them, how they would get the patent. And all that information is in one place, and it's 30-minute video. So the second one was the same thing. I just let them have a look at it. First the info link and then the opportunity. And unfortunately, they've gone away on school holidays, but they're signing up after school holidays now with a diamond kit. And I thought they would just come in as gold and just the husband and wife. But now they want the diamond kit, and they're using this week away to connect with family and friends and bring people on with them when they sign up. So I found that to be an amazing tool. And I agree with Joe that a lot of places that you can send them to, but communicating with them directly is a very good way to do it, and building that rapport with people. Like I would have thought that both of these people would be coming in at silver, but now one's a gold and the other one's going to be a diamond. So yeah, it's again meeting them where they're at, isn't it?
Exactly.
Giving them the information and education that they want.
Exactly.
Listening to what people say.
So good, Sue.
Yeah.
So good. And I think coming back to the whole 2 websites that we're being given, I mean, there is so much money that has been spent on This Is It info.com and This Is It team.com. They are the #1 in LifeWave in what they do. Please don't reinvent the wheel. Add bring your flavor. If you want to create your own meeting, like it's your business. We're here to champion you. It's not about control or anything like that. But I would say, and I've challenged, for Vanessa and I, if we were to ever reinvent the wheel, I would not even think about it till I was a senior presidential, where I'd proven to myself and others that I can do this. Until you're there, just use the system. Take them on, even if you're doing a Zoom, and take them on the website, take them through it, show them where to go to. Like, it's an unbelievable resource that, of course, is not perfect, like, nothing is, but using what is there. So I jumped on today because a question about, is there materials around French? So I filmed myself on the thisisit.info.com, going to the English button, turning it into French to show people, if you want to show anyone about this product in French, everything's there. They have almost every language under the sun that they've got there to turn that website into the language of the person you're reaching to help them. So please, and I actually tested today, our senior presidential, those that have tried to reinvent the wheel, how many are successful? And she goes, it's crickets. They're all the ones that never succeeded. It's just keeping on working with what's there, filter things. I love American culture. I love American energy. So I love that. Other people struggle with aspects of that. And then you've got Kiwis on here. We've got people from England on our team. We've got people from Mexico. There's always going to be different cultures. That's where we can filter certain things, but use the same system. I really encourage you. Just don't, until you're an SPD, don't even think about reinventing the wheel.
We're very lucky, Andrew. Yeah, we're very lucky that Steve and Gina have taken the time, the money, and the energy to produce this for us, because it is so duplicatable. And if you're coming from another network marketing company or a direct sales company, or even just retail sales, and you think you know how to approach people, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. So Steve and Gina are streets ahead of any of us and what they do in their approach. When they did the opportunity for us a couple of weeks ago, I even learned stuff from them, and I thought I knew pretty well all of it. But every day is a school day for me. I'm learning something new every day. So don't try and reinvent the wheel. It's all been done for us. Just duplicate and just repeat, repeat, repeat.
Exactly. Yeah. Honestly, I just cannot say it enough. And to people, when they ask me a question, my first response will be, have you looked at team.com?
Yep.
And because I find myself getting lazy as well. So I'm the first to be vulnerable, because I call it as it is I get lazy sometimes. I just want someone else to answer the question for me. But I reckon 98% is on those two websites of everything that we need. So it's going and it's learning it. It's knowing where everything is. It's knowing where the testimonials are. It's knowing where the different steps are to the first 20, the 21 days or whatever it is. All of those things, everything is on there. So, and they've spent tens of thousands of dollars and continue to, so that we don't have to. So again, do your add-ons. Have your own teams if you're building a team, and have things that if it's going to help you, but everything is about creating more time so you can be out there helping people to get to managers. Remember, the money's in the managers. This business is all built on getting people to managers. Become manager making machines. That's honestly, that's how
yeah. Andrew, can I just answer something that's been put up on the chat about this, someone commenting that eventually the rules will change and a pyramid side of marketing will come out. This is not a pyramid. Multi-level marketing is not a pyramid scheme, people. You need to understand that Woolworths, Coles, David Jones, Myer, all of those companies are pyramid schemes. They have the CEO at the top and they have the sales assistants at the bottom. That's a pyramid scheme. Multi-level marketing and direct sales is not a pyramid scheme. The great thing about this company in particular is that if you work hard at doing the business, I could become an SPD before Andrew does. Sorry, Andrew, but it's possible. In another multi-level marketing company I joined many, many years ago, I got to a senior management position, but the girl ahead of me, I had to wait till she died or left the company before I got any higher. So consequently, I left that company after 10 years, and she's still there 23 years later. So goodness me, it would have been a long haul. I'm up for bigger and better things. So definitely when people say it's a pyramid company, they have no idea what they're talking about. So move on to the next one.
Andrew, you're on mute, honey.
Sorry. Still working this out. It's good to have Vanessa on here all the way from Indiana, Pennsylvania in United States. It's like 5:30 in the morning, so she's committed to you all. So that says something, I hope. Why don't you say hello, baby?
See, it took me coming on to tell you to get off mute. No, I didn't.
Sue's been awesome. She's been helping me out, and Leah's been great. Fantastic.
Hey everyone. It was amazing. We got to see, I was in the North American time zone, so my evening Monday night, we had so many people on, like Aussies and North Americans. I'm like, oh, this is what it feels like to live over here and be part of an Aussie team. So many exciting things are happening for many of you and new faces. So welcome. It's awesome. I didn't want to interrupt. Sorry, Andrew.
No, that's good. Sue answered a great question. And I think it is always a question that people need to understand the difference. And again, we can help you with that more outside of this. But good to have Vanessa back. And you're going to be doing the opportunity meeting with me in a few moments. I'm probably trying. Are you not the just to check? Are you the host at the moment, Vanessa? So
I am.
Because I'm going to go and sort out your dog so that I can be on the next part. Because he is ripping everything apart at the moment. So I hand it to you.
So did just in this team meeting, like what we covered this morning, did you just mention around just literally helping people get to manager, getting on those calls with one another? Yeah.
We haven't got to that, far.
Yeah. Well, we've got about 3 or 5 minutes. If anyone's staying on for the opportunity event, then amazing. And if you just want to be texting, I loved watching Lisa just post this morning my morning as I woke, just post to invite people to this. We are endeavoring to do a shortened version of one tonight. And again, we'll be having to freshen all these up with just the new names, really, beyond anything else. It's quite a simple shift that's happening, but just the new names of packages as of next week. But listen, this morning we just quickly said to the team that was on, we had a new friend of ours out of the United States. Welcome, Karen from New Zealand. We had a friend on from the United States, and he'd been around for a while, and actually, he doesn't mind me saying, hadn't answered my texts or my calls, Andrew or I, for a while, especially over on Messenger. And so I reached out again and realized there was just all this volume he was missing out on. So this time I left a voice message and just said, listen, I want to explain when I say that why switching on auto ship's really important. So I'd noticed his auto ship was off by going into my back office, going under personally enrolled team. Anyway, I just was telling the team with him on, you have to not be offended at any of these kind of things. Like you've personally enrolled someone, now they've gone quiet on you or whatever. So we pushed through a little bit more, finally got on the call, and he's like, I've had a super busy summer here, really apologize. I think I've got someone interested. So I said, would you please include me in that call if you've got someone interested? Because I knew this guy hadn't ever enrolled anyone yet. And so we got on a call, and I just said, just say your friend or say your business mentor, however you want to put that, just needs to be on this call, just because, and say these words, because I'm learning and you'll be my first brand partner, which I'm excited to partner with. So he just shared in the meeting this morning how powerful that was to have a third person on that call. And what happened on that call is the guy was watching me help Duwaran do the order. And while the guy was watching that support, he started going, oh, is this the kind of business support you get if you want to do it like a business? And we're like, well, yeah, that's the whole model, is we want to at least set Duwaran up to manager, helping with these calls. So he said, oh, forget going in at silver. Where can I start on the business? Just by watching like that exchange. And I think in network marketing, sometimes we think putting that third person or grabbing that third person for a quick answer that, you know, let's just get someone else involved. It can feel like network marketing. And here's what I learned from Steve and Gina's Saturday teaching, which we highly recommend to everyone every single week. He just said, the more you look like you actually don't know a lot and you are learning, the more everyone will feel like they can do this business. And so this guy got really excited. He ended up signing up. Now he's like, I've got 2 or 3 more people to sign up. And so he may very well hit manager even before Duwaran, who's now just getting himself going again. But the guy actually, Duwaran just said how great it was to have someone on, and he didn't even ever think about that model, even though we'd been saying it for a while. So just an encouragement, you're all doing it. Personal thanks to Sue while we've been in different time zones. Thank you, Sue, for partnering so many of our personal team to do that. But just keep doing it, friends, and then do it for your people. So get to those first 2 people that you believe need to become manager, and just say, don't have a conversation without me. And I think that's as easy. Even this morning on the team meeting, Steve and Gina from Saturday, I was listening, said, even that, if you've overtalked and you've said a little bit too much to a potential, ring them back up and say, I got so excited. I'm so sorry I word vomited all over you about this new technology. Can we just start from scratch? Because I'm a little bit longer in it and realizing I was trying to tell you, you had to know a lot. You don't. Can we just go back to that simple website? Can we start again? I actually want to revisit with you again. So it's just all this humility around, but the model is really smart, right? Like, just make sure you include people. So who's up for doing that? If you feel super confident, I would still say include someone, because it models what you want your people to model as well. So just at least the first 2, 3, maybe the 4th, or at least at that point, if you're fine with a silver, do it for a business builder or a potential business builder, because again, they'll be watching and they'll be seeing that. So that was my contribution to this morning's team meeting, but I hope that feels helpful for you. It is, you're all on. There's no guests on yet, which is okay right now. It's 7:30 over there. I'm just letting in Lisa, everyone else's team. We're okay with that, whether people are on or not as guests. We know you use all different resources to help people, but as soon as I know Andrew's back on, then we will just jump straight into a recording of a shorter version of this presentation. So since it's no guests yet, any other comments, questions you just want to make while we're just made event? Leah.
Can I say something super quick? Just adding on to what you were saying then in terms of bringing someone in to the chat, like bringing a sponsor into the chat. It was funny because I was chatting with Dave and Angie, so they're a couple together, and he was telling me, you know, it's really easy for us because I'll meet people and I have, you know, all the great referrals, and then I just bring Angie in to like close basically, and she's really great at explaining, you know, the business side of things and signing people up. And I, you know, back then, this was a few months ago, back then I was like, oh wow, I wish I had an Angie. And then, like, how ridiculous, she's my sponsor. I do have an Angie. And so I've started working with her in that exact same way. So I'll meet somebody and, you know, be chatting with them, and then I'll let them know that, hey, we're going to jump on a call with Angie, and she's going to chat to you about more of the, you know, the different packages that are available, because I love to talk about the technology, because I love health, and I just, you know, I love light frequency. And so for me, I know a little bit more about, you know, the technology itself. So that's where I'm, you know, that's my sort of, that's where I'm good, what I'm good at. And so it's really great that then I can get on a call with Ange and she can chat to them about the packages. It takes the pressure off me as well. And they're really excited. Like at first I thought, oh, I wonder how that will go. Will they want to do that? And they're excited to jump on a call with her and learn about it, because they're like, wow, these people care. And all these people are coming in to nurture me and give me more information. And so it has the complete opposite effect than what you think it will. It really is super helpful. And yeah, everyone has their sponsor, everyone has their buddy that they can buddy up with and work together with a team. So yeah, I really encourage that.
Amazing. Thanks, Leah.
Nessa, I'm just going to have to lock off my screen. I need to eat my dinner while it's still hot, but I'll be.
That's fine. All right, everyone, Andrew's here. What we're just going to also model in this shorter version, we're really endeavoring to do some shorter ones, is a testimony that is literally 3 minutes long. So the testimony is, I heard about LifeWave through, so it's showing the connection, who your connection might be. They thought I might need the patches for, so just like a 30-second line on something that had been going on for you. And then I've been patching for this long, and this is the breakthrough I've had. Does anyone in this 30-minute recording, would anyone like to do a 3-minute testimony? Just give me a wave if anyone has one or would like to do one. If not, we've got it. Lisa, yeah, awesome. Oh, Michael, yeah, perfect. So what we're going to do though is, if you can just jot this down, I heard about the patches through, and then they thought I'd need them for. So again, your story is quite there. It's not all the like extra layers to the story. And then I've been patching for this long, and this is the result so far. If Michael's willing to do that, then hi Michael, we'll reference him and Sandra too. Yeah, let's do 2, but we're going to do them nice and short and sharp, and then just keep to the 10-12 minutes at the beginning, the testimony, and then the opportunity at the end. So let's see how this goes. This is awesome. So I'll get you off mute. I'll introduce Michael and Sandra for the testimony part. So thanks, Andrew. Thanks for writing it down. All right, I'm just going to press record. Oh, it is recording. Okay, I'm going to stop recording.